When Oprah Winfrey called me up and she said, I got a call from your brother and he wants to apologize to you, I said, I don't want anything to do with that cat. And then she said, well, if you want me to scratch the show, I will scratch it. I said, sis, don't scratch it because he could be a different person. I was like, I appreciate that, sister. Like, she didn't have to call me. I start seeing commercials with my mother. We never talked about my mother being there.
She never told you that.
And that woman didn't tell you that they were going to be there. How would you feel?
Betrayed.
That is exactly how I felt.
Listen, Club Shay has become the new interview space for people to get their grievances off, and I am loving it. Monique is clearly distraught about this situation. If you don't know, Monique and her brother have a very, very, very rocky past. I mean, it's actually kind of disturbing to talk about, to be honest with you. I'm glad that she's able to get this off on Club Shay because people need to know about what Oprah did with Monique and her brother and the rest of the family.
Why do you want to be here today, Gerald?
I'm here today to first acknowledge what I've been in denial for 37 years. And that is, I did assault and inappropriately touch my sister in manners that were not comfortable for her. And for that, I apologize.
Some may think that you're only doing this to get into the good graces of your sister now because she has an Academy Award.
I'm doing this to apologize to my sister, to hopefully bring back some family unity.
Did your brother ever apologize to you?
The apology that I got from my brother is, if you think I did something wrong, then I'm sorry.
Oprah's got to be the messiest person in the world because what kind of content are you trying to even get out of this situation other than messy content? There's nothing productive that'll come out of this situation from a guy who admitted to the situation. And at that point in time, if I'm not mistaken, Oprah and Monique were friends. So are you trying to say that your friend was lying? You needed some clarification or whatever? Look, I know Monique gave Oprah the green light to go ahead and do what she had to do, but one, Oprah as a real friend would have never even brought her on the show. But two, to then bring on the mother that only gaslighted the situation makes it 10 times more messier.
What have I taken from Oprah? When did I have Oprah's mother and father on my show? When did I have anybody come and speak about Oprah Winfrey on the Monique show? That's never happened, so how could she feel that?
Would you have done that?
Let me tell you how we operate. When we had the Monique show, there was a comedian on there, and he was trying to joke T.I.'s wife, Tiny. My husband walked out in the middle of his set. He said, cut, brother, we don't do that here. So no, I would not have done that. And it's not, oh, I'm in a, no. I understand it, but you portrayed me, sister, and I'm not the only one.
Because at the time when she called you, she said it was just your brother.
Just my brother. And when my mother was on that show, do you know what I had to deal with, Shannon? I would be in the store, and I would have elderly women coming up to me, and they would say, your mama ain't shit. Had Oprah Winfrey said, I'm gonna have your mama, I'd have said, shut that shit down. I don't need nobody seeing my mama be greedy. I don't need the world seeing. Shut it down. Now, there's a white woman named Barbara Walters. They called her first, and she said, Monique, I told your family, I can't do that to you.
Yikes, that's not a good look for Oprah at all. Oprah has a lot of dirt on her name, and this looks like a very, very bad situation for her because Oprah has the reputation of being a money-hungry and greedy personality, and this is only putting more fuel to the fire that is the Oprah Winfrey story. To snake your friend with something like that, only to have other people doing the same exact interview style content that you do, go ahead and see the bigger picture and say no to that, makes you look totally like an outsider in this supposed family that is Black Hollywood. And the other people in Black Hollywood that were supposed to be sticking together, like Tyler Perry, were also doing Monique dirty.
Tyler Perry, who you talking to? I'm a black woman. When they gonna pay that kind of money? No, I'm telling you, that's what it is. And if you just go and promote it, I said, listen, brother, you can pay me to promote it. Because at the time, now him and Oprah are producers on the film.
Right.
I said, you can pay me to do it. I don't care where the check come from, but y'all just gotta pay me to do it. He said, I'm not in the habit of giving out money for free. I said, and I'm not in the habit of working for free. When he then says that, it's like, listen, we both mutually agree. You don't give out free money. I don't work for free. Service. We hugged, Shannon. Oprah Winfrey calls my husband. My husband explains to her what's going on. She says, there have been times I've had to draw the line in the sand. So my husband said, well, what is different between you and Monique? You've got to draw the line, and you're saying when you know they're asking you for too much. She said, you're absolutely right, and I understand your position. You're right in the position you're taking. So when you're looking at me saying, well, what happened? I'm telling you what happened.
But
so it sounds like Tyler Perry tried to shaft Monique out of some money by doing work for free to promote a movie that they were working on together. And to be honest with you, I know Tyler Perry is like a really, really low effort, low budget guy. He creates this kumbaya atmosphere so he can get over on people. This seems right up his alley, to be quite honest with you. And this is no shade because I have no personal connections with Tyler Perry, but Monique is explaining the elaborate story about how multi-billionaire Tyler Perry shafted her out of some money and tried to get her to work for free.
she's saying that privately, but did she voice that publicly?
Did you hear her say it? She had him on speakerphone. And that when she was talking to him, in that room was a man named Reggie Wells, who just passed, who used to be Oprah Winfrey's makeup artist, who he had a conversation with me and my husband. Now, for you babies that's good with the little internet, we had a show on called Monique and Sydney Finding a Way to Be Unoffended. Finding a Way to Be Unoffended. Reggie Wells is on that show speaking about Oprah Winfrey. Reggie Wells said, Monique, I was there that day. He said, and when y'all got off the phone, I looked at her and said, why don't you just pay this woman the money? She deserves it. And she looked at him and said, I won't be paying her nothing.
So far, Oprah is 2 for 2. Not only is she bringing on Monique's predatory family that is money hungry and money grubbing, she's now doubling down in the effort of showing how just greedy she is as a person. Not only is she acknowledging that Monique does deserve the money, she's then turning around and saying, well, it's not gonna come from my pockets. And with the combination of that and Tyler Perry saying it's not gonna come from his pockets, that leaves Monique out to dry. And the worst part about it is the public perception of Monique looks worse and worse because they continue to paint her as some sort of crazy woman in the media. And while they were making her look crazy in public, Tyler Perry was on the phone with Monique and her husband, acknowledging the fact that he was shafting her and he wasn't gonna fix any of these situations at all.
He is saying, wait a minute, hold up. We don't know this sister to be no bullshitter. We know she a loudmouth. We know she'll say some shit off the wall. But what we know about it is she true to her word.
And all I would ask you is two questions. The first question is, did you not just say it was wrong? To say she was difficult for not doing something that she was not contractually obligated to do? Did you not say that you would feel that that was wrong? Or am I missing something?
I absolutely said that, yes.
So the question I would say is...
Okay, is there a number? You know, taking that back to them was just a huge problem, okay? And I'm going to David Talbot thing in a minute, because I just watched your podcast, and it really broke my heart, because number one, I feel you. I feel the sadness that's from you in all of this. And I don't want you to feel that. I mean, especially for me. I can't speak for anybody else. But for me, I'm not anyone that wants to hurt or offend anybody, especially you. I think you are brilliantly talented. I think you should have a lot more happening than you from that award. I thought for sure that if you had campaigned and won it and played by their rules, what would have happened is in the next deal, you would have got more money, millions of dollars, and your career in the film would have been much different. I believe that much in your talent.
Cookie from the show Empire, I was offered that role. Then Felita called me back and say, baby girl, they said you're too difficult to work with. But you hear on the audio that a man told David Talbot I was difficult to work with. Do you see how that cost my family?
Yes.
Because, it's the great Tyler Perry? No, you've got to be accountable for that. Oprah Winfrey, you've got to be accountable for the things you've done with my family.
So not only were they shafting Monique behind closed doors to themselves, they were then going out and spreading rumors to other people that she was some difficult artist to work with. And to top it all off, Monique then provides proof that Tyler Perry is telling a bunch of lies via a recorded telephone call between Monique and her husband. Now, if that doesn't take the cake, then I don't know what does. Monique has been through a lot of traumas. I mean, she even had a blown up trailer on the set of a Christmas movie that she did with these guys. It's just this disgusting atmosphere, and I'm glad that Club SHAY is becoming an important figure in media because he is getting all the information that we needed on some of our Hollywood favorites, because we think it's all peaches and cream, but in all reality, it's not. But let me know what you guys think about this, man. This is crazy.